Hello, good evening everyone. Today I'm going to be making an old-fashioned sour cream pound cake. Don't let the old-fashioned fool you. It's not complicated at all. I know a lot of people, when they hear you say old-fashioned, they get a little intimidated, think it's going to be hard. But let me tell you a secret about old-fashioned. When you hear a recipe say old-fashioned, normally it's going to be pretty simple if you follow the instructions that's given. It's going to be simple simply because back in those days, they didn't really even have a lot of the ingredients that we have now. Okay, with all that being said, let me show you what we're going to need to do this cream cheese pound cake. Okay, we're going to need 3 sticks of butter. That's pure butter. 3 sticks of butter. And we're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese. 8 ounces of cream cheese. And all this is at room temperature. It's very important that you have your ingredients at room temperature. Okay? We got 6 large eggs. 6 large eggs. They are at room temperature too. Okay? You're going to need 3 cups of sugar. 3 cups of sugar. And we're going to also need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And it don't have to be sifted. Use whatever your preference is, but this is 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Sometimes it may say plain flour. Plain flour and all-purpose flour is the same thing. Now, okay, in these 3 cups of all-purpose flour, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have already mixed it up in there. Okay, we're gonna need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Okay. We're going to need a 9-inch tube pan. Grease and flour, dusted with flour. I always do mine with the, I use Crisco, well, I use whatever kind of shortening that you have. And just dust it with flour. Be fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead on and show you what we're going to need for the frosting. This cake requires a frosting, a cream cheese frosting. Okay, you're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar, a confectioner's sugar, whichever one you want to call it. Okay, right here you have 2 tablespoons of pure butter. And it's at room temperature too. And I left the rest of the butter out because sometimes when you're using confectioner's sugar and all that stuff, you may need a little more of something or whatever, according to how it mix. And then you're gonna need a half of a 8-ounce cream cheese. Half of it, just half of it. Just cut it in half. And normally I don't use milk or anything else in it. I mean, use milk or anything else in it. But if I need to, I'll start out with maybe just about a tablespoonful. But we will see. If I have to use milk in the frosting, I'll let you know. And you also gonna need a teaspoon of vanilla extract in your frosting. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go and let's get it set up and I'll show you how to mix it up. Be right back. Okay everybody, I'm back and I already have my butter and my cream cheese creamed together real good. I'm getting ready to put my sugar in. And what I do, I'm just gonna go ahead on and dump all 3 cups in there. Make it easy. You don't have to do a little at a time. The only thing I normally add just a small amount at a time is my flour. Okay. Always start your mixer out low so you won't it won't splatter or throw your your batter out all over the place. Start it out low, and then you can increase the speed as it starts to get incorporated in there. Sorry about the sound of the mixer, but I want to show you how your batter should be looking and about how long it should take to get it all incorporated in that again. I mean, like it's supposed to be. Okay, I think I'm gonna do probably one scraping my bowl down before I start adding my eggs to it. I'm gonna add the eggs one at a time, and if two fall over in there, that's all right. But the reason you're doing it like this is try to make sure all your mixture get well blended together. And when you have it at room temperature, it's very, very easy to mix up. Okay, I'm gonna beat just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna start adding the eggs because when I scrape the bowl down, it felt real fluffy. Normally I have a smaller bowl, but I just always try to pour one egg in at a time. But you see how two got in there? But they're just fine. Sometimes I take and just beat all my eggs up together and then just pour them in there. The cake turns out perfect. Been baking this cake for many, many years. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's try to add one or maybe two more. Which was two, fine. As long as it gets mixed up in there. Just turn it up a little higher since we almost get to the end of our eggs in there. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and add the other two eggs. The next thing we're going to be adding is our vanilla. And let me tell you, the reason that you add your vanilla in after you get all your butter, your sugar, your eggs and stuff mixed up real well, just make the reason we add the vanilla at this time, because once you put the flour and stuff in there, you're not going to be able to beat it a long time to make sure everything is incorporated in there good. Okay, let me do a scrape down of the bowl. See how that mixture is? Nice and fluffy, soft, fluffy. care the stuff is well mixed. I'm gonna give it another beating. Then I'm gonna add my vanilla. Okay, I'm gonna add the vanilla. And then give it one good final beating, and I'll start putting the flour in there. Okay, there's 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And if you accidentally pour a little bit more, that'll make it taste better. As long as you don't pour the whole bottle over in there. Wipe my hands off. You want to start this slow, just like I told you to do with all the rest of it, because it'll splatter. Put that liquid in there like that. Turn it up a little higher. Let it beat right there at that speed, because like I said, we're getting ready to start adding our flour and stuff in there. And I'm gonna let it beat at that speed for maybe about 50 seconds. Then I'll scrape the bowl down and start with my flour. I'm probably gonna be putting the flour in probably in 3 increments and stuff. Sorry, my camera went out for a minute. The battery kind of went down, but I'm at the final step, and it's got maybe about 40, 50 most seconds to beat. And then we're gonna get ready. And then I'm gonna put it in the pan and bake it out. It's ready. Get ready to put it in the pan and put it in the oven, and I'll be back when it's finished. Okay, I'm back. While the cake is in the oven baking, I'm gonna go ahead on and get the frosting ready. This is what I'm gonna show you how we mix it up. I usually just mix everything in there and then just put the mixer to it. That's my 2 cups of powdered sugar. And this is the milk in case I need it. Remember I told you I may not need it, but just in case I need it, I got the tablespoon of just regular whole milk, 2% milk. It really don't matter. Okay, put my cream cheese in. I might just go ahead on and kind of break it up to make the mixing a little easier. And you remember I told you I'm gonna leave the butter out in case I need a little extra there. You're gonna go ahead on and put your 1 teaspoon of vanilla. See, this is just a half of a recipe of this cream cheese icing, because you're only just gonna be frosting the you're only gonna be frosting the tops and the sides. It's not like you're doing a stipe cake, a layer cake, where you would need a full recipe of the cream cheese icing. Okay, just start your mixer out, start it out low. You see how it looking like it needs some milk? This is what a lot of people messes up with this cream cheese frosting. They don't wait till they get it all incorporated in there to see will they need a little milk or whatever. Now if I was using, when I use a full recipe of this cream cheese icing, I know I will always need the milk to it then, but from experience, I have and if you do put your milk in there and it get a little too loose, just add you some more of the powdered sugar. Wait till I normally get it all mixed up there together to determine whether or not I'm going to put a little milk, because I don't want it too thick where I can't spread it easily. Because it had that cream cheese in it, I'm going to make it too soft and it won't harden back up like it's supposed to. Scrape my bowl down on a spatula. Ooh. I'm not going to add any milk to this. I think it's the right consistency to put on the cake. And then I think this would be enough. Unless you like a heavy frosting, which my family don't, so this is all the frosting I put on it. I'm gonna blend it up, give it just one more. Put it at a little higher speed, and it'll be ready for the cake as soon as it cools. Okay, it's ready. Very simple. That's it. It's ready for the cake. I'll be back when it's time. Once I frost the cake, I'll be back to show you the finished product. Okay, the cake is out of the oven. It baked for 1 hour and 35 minutes. And I'm gonna sit it. I got it on this cooling rack. I'm gonna let it set in the pan for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it out. I'm gonna turn it out the pan and let it sit back on the rack until it cools, and then I'll put the frosting on. But if you don't want the frosting on your cake, the cake is delicious just like it is. With or without the frosting, you can't go wrong. But my family like the frosting on it, so I'll let it cool. When it cools down, I'll be frosting the cake, and then I'll show you the finished product. I'll be back.